This is the Ruger Precision Rimfire rifle, and when it was introduced, it was a game changer in precision long-range rimfire shooting because you could get a competition-ready chassis with a fully adjustable stock, all for a very, very affordable price. And for a quote factory stock rifle, it came loaded with a lot of features like a free float M-lock handguard, an adjustable trigger, and a 30 MOA rail on the receiver for extreme long-distance shooting. And while far from a traditional rifle, it is missing a key traditional rifle feature, a means to easily attach iron sights. And that's because the built-in 30 MOA rail is just too high. It introduces too much additional elevation, and while you can buy a flat rail from Ruger and replace it, in this episode we're going to look at an inexpensive, if a little unorthodox way to add iron sights to the Ruger Precision Rimfire. Alright, let's get started.
Installation is pretty straightforward. You'll need a set of these. These are flip-up iron sights, or otherwise known as backup iron sights. They can be purchased fairly inexpensively online and at your local gun store. Now you'll need these Picatinny M-lock rails to attach your backup iron sights to your M-lock handguard. So I've already attached T-nuts to these M-lock Picatinny rails. I'm going to attach these, and just be mindful, this one has these recoil lugs, so you just need to position them so that they fit on your slot. There we go. And this one will fit right at the very front.
Now, I feel I have to take a moment to explain what's going on here to those of you who are new or perhaps unfamiliar with firearms. What I'm doing here might be misconstrued as gun modification, which it's not. I'm attaching an accessory anchor point, and that accessory is a sighting device, and all rifles need a sighting device to use them properly, to use them safely, whether it's iron sights, a red dot, or a magnified rifle scope. It goes without saying that you need to have a reliable means to aim your rifle to be able to use it safely. In fact, if your rifle does not have an aiming device on it, you're not allowed to use it at the municipal range where I'm a club member. And it boggles my mind, but I've seen new gun owners bring a brand new AR, still in the box, without any iron sights or even a red dot attached to it, and try to shoot it at our range. Well, we wouldn't let them, because did they honestly think they could hit a paper target from 100 yards and not damage the facility? That's some Davy Crockett shit. And if you don't get that reference, look it up, or get Simon Whistler to do a biography on him. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, the sights.
Then you take your backup iron sights and you attach those. Voila, you have iron sights on your Ruger Precision Rimfire. Now, this may seem a little bit unconventional to have your iron sights so far forward, especially with your peep sights, but bear in mind, this is not too unusual. A lot of older style rifles, battle rifles, have their sights in forward of your receiver. For example, your Mosin Nagant or your AK actually have their leaf sights in front of the receiver. So this is not unusual, and this will work. So we're going to take it out to the range and just make sure that everything is zeroed and lined up, and you should be ready to go.
We're at the Coyote Point Range, and I'm going to set up at 25 yards to do our testing. While I do that, please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It's free, it's easy, it helps this channel grow, but more importantly, it allows you to take control, to influence Big Tech's algorithm. You know, because they like to suppress a lot of firearms videos. So when you hit like and subscribe, you'll start seeing more content, more videos like this, instead of K-pop fan lip sync videos, unless you're into that, no judgments. Since I wasn't preoccupied with a lip sync video, I got the rifle set up at 25 yards. Now, despite the unusual position, the sights actually have a fairly normal sight picture. Here we have the smaller precision diameter aperture and the larger CQB or short range diameter aperture. And this is what I ended up with because the smaller diameter one is just too small, at least for my 50-year-old eyes. And to help with that, I marked the front post with a silver Sharpie. It took me a few shots to get it zeroed, and the first shot was on paper, so that was good. With the rear sights, the windage was easy enough to adjust with the finger knob. The front sight was a bit more of a challenge. As an AR A4 style front sight, it requires a tool to press down a detent, which allows you to rotate the sight post to raise or lower it. And this took a little bit of back and forth because my adjustment tool wasn't quite meshing with the front sight post. And I ended up lowering the front sight post quite a bit. And after a while, it was just taking a lot of time, so I just ended up using Kentucky windage for the rest of the test. But at some future point, I'm going to come back to the range and do the proper fine adjustment of that post. I went down range to see how I did, and I was aiming for the center dot as I was adjusting that front sight post down, and I fired about 8 shots while I was making those adjustments. And then when I got it to where I was feeling comfortable, I shot 5 shots at the lower dot, and as you can see here, it's pretty close. It's still shooting a bit low, and I can probably make 1 or 2 more click adjustments on that front sight to fix that. But I think this proves, at least to me, that this sight setup works. And the sights were good enough that I let my daughter shoot with it, which is really the reason why I wanted to put iron sights on this rifle. I'm teaching my kids how to shoot, and I think it's vitally important for them to learn how to shoot with traditional open sights. I know it's old-fashioned, maybe a bit of a FUD, and yes, it's way harder to learn to shoot with iron sights than using a scope or a red dot. And it's not about being good, it's about being competent. If you can shoot with traditional open sights, well, you'll be able to master any other sighting device that much more quickly. But who am I talking to? I'm preaching to the choir here, I'm pretty sure. If you picked this video, if you clicked on this thumbnail, more than likely you're a traditionalist like me, because I don't know why else you would put iron sights on a Ruger Precision Rimfire. And if you are, please leave me a comment. And if you're interested in any of the hardware that I used in this video, I've included a detailed description and a full article on my blog, moondogindustries.com. So check that out. And if you got something out of this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks again for watching. Moondog, out. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please share it on forums, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, MeWe, whatever social media you're on. And if you want to see all of my videos, check out moondogindustries.com.